Hello there, this is going to be a general reading for all signs. What does the energy feel like? Well, that just fell straight on the floor. A second here. Temptation. Very first card. Something is very tempting. Ah, shit. Look at that, twin flame. It's almost like someone's tempted to say something is of a twin flame vibe. It's kind of twin flamey. It might be something that's forbidden. It's super tempting, but you don't want to touch it. Too hot to handle. Late night communication. You don't want to answer that call. You don't want to fucks with it. There's an extremely tempting offer, a connection, and it's slightly self-sabotatory, quite self-sabotatory, because it looks like this person is putting some sort of shield on their own face. They refuse to see it. They don't want to see it. I feel like the forbidden is the communication. Someone here might refuse to reach out. They refuse to connect. They don't want to touch it with a 10-foot stick. Somebody could be definitely in their feels. Self-sabotage, it just screams it of intensity. An extremely intense temptation. It's like I want to, but I can't. I want to, but I won't. I mean, there is the connection right there. Something possibly with the Golden Gate Bridge. San Francisco. I can't wait to go and see the finished bridge at DCA, Disney California Adventure. They have the new San Francisco bridge that's done. I went just, a month and a half ago or so, and it wasn't done yet. This is my Crimson Secrets deck, so it's very secretive. It's very, I shouldn't touch it. I shouldn't partake. Mouth watering. Bet it fucking is. You also have the imprinted card on the bottom of the deck. Someone left their mark. Leaving their mark. It's an extremely salacious, sort of delicious type of a thing. I want to, but I won't. I want to, but I can't. I want to, but if we do, it'll imprint on me. It will leave its mark. Almost like bite marks, you know? It's kind of like it's like a painful pleasure or something, you know what I mean? New discovery. Huh. Could be a new person, new connection. Someone feels, it's like an epiphany. Like, I just realized that I can't stop thinking about this. It's like a fucking, there's just like no words, which is the energy itself. It's very tight-lipped, quiet. No one speaks about it. They don't talk about it. This could be something you don't tell anybody. You keep it to yourself. This person doesn't tell anyone. It's this sort of secret thing between the two of you. No sparks. Something's there that wasn't there before. Very Beauty and the Beast, which has been coming up like non-fucking stop. Something's there that wasn't there before. Holy shit, nah, the fucker's all discombobulated, distressed. You got me tripping, and I'm falling in love. Look at the intoxicated and infatuation. It's full-blown infatuation. It's full-blown this. No wonder there's no words. I mean, you can see his mouth is covered. They don't speak of this. It's almost like the masculine almost treats the feminine as like the one who shall not be spoken. It's very Voldemort kind of a vibe. We don't speak of that name, and maybe that's you with them. If I don't talk about it, it's not real, and therefore it's almost like someone's afraid to make this a reality. But the infatuation, it's just so deep. It's almost as if they become drunk in love, right? It's like the more they feel it, the more they feel melancholy, because it's kind of like, fuck. Like, because the temptation of this is so deep. And it doesn't mean that this is the love of your life. It could be someone new that you meet and you go, oh, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot fucking pole. I'm not doing it. And then with you, there's like a deep sense of like this, like falling in love, but it's very intoxicating. It's very like a spell almost, if you will, right? Yeah, head over heels. It's exactly what it is. It's a feeling of, if I let myself, I'll fall into a deep slumber of want, past life. Goes real deep because it's a past life connection. So the feeling of it is way more intense. There's this great deep intensity. It feels like if I ignore it, it will go away. Look at that death. That's Scorpio. It could be a Scorpio person or a scorpionic energy. Or this happens during Scorpio season, but the death card's rebirth. It's endings and new beginnings, the 10 of fucking cups. See, that's what they don't want to feel. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to acknowledge that it feels fairy tale. It feels like there's something there. And it wasn't there before. So whether that's the same person and all of a sudden there's sparks now, or because it's a new person and they just kind of are there now. This is big. This is big shit. The Ace of Cups, look at that. The cups runneth over. It's like the holy fucking grail of connections. It's also a renewal of love for some of you with the Death card. Something ended and now it has to begin again. It's also new love, right? The Ace of Cups, something's new. And it's this new feeling, the new discovery. It's like discovering this part of oneself that they didn't know existed. I didn't know that you could want something so badly. I didn't know something could feel so fairy tale. It's almost like it's fairy tale come to reality. And that is scary. What was that? 4 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. She's like waiting. It's a waiting game. Look at them. They're both kind of in a state of doing nothing. She's just kind of looking at the bird and the signs and kind of doing her thing. And this masculine is in a state of pause, right? It's like this state of retreat. So this person there is definitely no communication. And if there is, it's bare minimal, and it would be the bare minimal because if it's anything more, they'll burst, right? They'll just like scream. It'll be like, ah, because it feels like what they're trying to do is trying to suppress this feeling of it could be you, it could be the one, right? This is you and them. Somebody's trying to suppress it. Page of Wands, there's definitely a spark there. And then the Queen of Pentacles. See, it's like the Queen of Pentacles, you can only come in with a great big offer because she'll reject anything that's crumbs, right? She'll reject anything that is not deserving of her. And it's like this person saying, well, I don't know if I can give that, and I don't know if I want to try. Not because of any other reason, but could possibly be because they're afraid of falling in love. It's like you tricked them and they fell, and what they fell into was love. Somebody got tripped up in this without trying, and because they've tripped in it, it's almost like now extreme avoidance of it. The Ace of Swords, this is full-blown clarity. It's like undeniable. It's so obvious. It's so in someone's face. It's so clear. It's clear as day. It's clear as the sun shining. There's also communication too. They could want to communicate, but they don't know what to say. What do I say? How do I say it? Do I say, hi, so, like, what do you fucking say? Hey, I think that you're the love of my life and I love you, but I pretend I don't. Knight of Pentacles, just sitting there with the offer. Do I have enough to give? Do I have am I going to communicate the right things? I told you there's no action because they're just sitting there. They're doing nothing. There's a temptation again, the devil. Great deep desire and temptation. And it's so great that it almost it's greater than them. They don't trust themselves being near you. They don't trust their willpower with you. Look at this bitch here too, the star. That's Aquarius, but the star energy is also it's like a wish, isn't it? It's like all the wishes getting granted at one time, and it's like, and also the devil's Capricorn. So you got Capricorn, you got Scorpio, now you have Aquarius. And the star is also about destiny, so this could be destined and fated, and it just feels too ushy-gushy, and somebody here is not all about the ushy-gushy. They're like, fuck that. I'm not about it. Where did you come from? Did you put a spell on me? And she's like, no, motherfucker, I am the spell, right? Like, this is the oracle, the star. She is not putting magic on them. She just is magic. She just oozes it. She is aligned, and she's filled with self-love. Justice, there's Libra. That's balance. But it's also just what someone deserves. Someone deserves this great love, but they've got to get over that hump of believing they deserve this. Again, it's the self-sabotage. You can see that great big sword there again is the sword of truth. Being truthful to oneself to say, I do feel this, or I do deserve this, or I do want this. It's like they got to admit it. Someone tried to deny it. Seven of Swords, deceit. They tried to ignore it. They tried to deny it. They tried to hide their thoughts and feelings. Remember when I told you it felt like it was a secret? They didn't talk about it. They didn't tell anybody. They don't speak of the person's name. They don't mention it. They just keep it under lock and key. And what this is this is going to blow. It's like a fucking volcano. It's going to blow. Because you can only suppress and hide that for so goddamn long. It's gonna blow. Luscious. Oh, they really are very physically attracted to this person. Very physically. Make a date. And the runner, they think you're gonna run from them if they say, hey, do you wanna go out? Hey, do you think we could go out for coffee? Hey, do you think like you'd wanna spend time with me? And they feel like she would laugh in their fucking face and wouldn't take them serious. You know, the luscious kind of reminds me of like eating, right? Do you wanna go out for dinner or dessert? Brunch. Again, late night communication. And there's infatuation. Again, it's just the same energy is going to keep repeating itself. So there is this great desire and want and infatuation that someone has tried to suppress that I feel like is going to start coming to the surface. It's a volcano that's going to explode. They're nervous that if they do offer it, is it good enough? This feels like it's a dream or it's fake. Like, how can this possibly feel like it's everything I've ever wanted? You know, that kind of a feeling? How can this be? It's unrealistic to be this real. The clouds are doubt and hesitation and indecision. And I feel like they sat on this. They just thought about it and went crazy thinking about it. And because it's confusing, they were indecisive. You have the Hierophant, which is Taurus, which is stubborn and possessive. And it literally says that on the card. Talks about really down to earth. And then you have the Child, which is beginnings and brand new, very spontaneous. They might make a spontaneous reach out and it feels like it's words, like it's communication. The stars again, because you did have Aquarius. Well, the stars is just wishes. It literally says falling in love on the card. And I could hear that song, I believe it's Fergie. Cause I'm falling in love. They're like falling in love. The bouquet. The bouquet is about all the warm and fuzzies, right? It's love, it's creativeness, it's art. Somebody here could be creative and they may do art. Whether this, I mean, you did have the tattoo earlier. Is this like a tattoo artist? I don't know. Is this someone that has tattoos? Someone who draws? Someone who paints? This is also about beauty. They think that this feminine is gorgeous. There's this sort of warm feeling that they get when they talk to her or see her. And they do keep it to themselves. The bridge again. Communication, connecting, overcoming barriers. The barrier here that needs to be overcome is to get out of their fucking head and to do something. It kind of reminds me of like if you saw two people and someone said, I really like that person, and then somebody says, okay, well, they're coming, go and talk to them. And then when the person comes, they just... And then when they leave, the friend goes, what the fuck? Why did you not say anything? How come you, this was your chance. How come you didn't do it? They're like, I don't know. I'm not sure. What if I'm fucking making it up in my head? There's this great big indecisiveness that is brewing here. But there's some sort of breakthrough because that Ace of Swords earlier makes me feel like there's a great big breakthrough. And it's going to be quite tremendous because it's going to blast this fucker wide open. All right, let's get into this extended. This is going to be on my website. So click below this video, the word more. It's going to bring up my first link. It's going to take you to my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com. And it's going to be in the special love / oracle readings because we're going to be using the dirty deck for this, okay? Excuse me, pardon me. We'll use the dirty deck. So I want to remind you guys that I am going to be closing up readings for October and taking a bit of a break. If you are interested in a personal reading, you must contact me immediately before I close them out. I'm only offering two things now. $111 15-minute recorded reading, which is just like this, and I'll send you the link and you can watch it. It takes about a couple of weeks. Could be done as soon as 2 weeks, okay, if I really don't have a lot of requests. And then the other is my emergency readings, which is $200 for 30 minutes, recorded or live phone call. And that's booked within about 7 days. If I'm not able to do your reading within 7 days, I always refund you. And I refund you the difference. So I'll charge you only $160 because that's how much my regular readings usually are. Those are usually booked within a few weeks, but I don't charge you the whole 200, and then if I can't do it, I keep all your money. I don't work like that. I don't do that, boo-boo. All right, so if you guys are interested in those because you've been wanting to get a personal reading with me, you must act on that immediately, okay? You can send me the money via my PayPal, which is my email address, saltwaterhealstarot@gmail.com. I'll put all the info below this reading. You can email me after you've sent the payment, and you can tell me which one it is you want. If you don't email me, I don't fucking know, okay? So you can't just PayPal me and not tell me anything. I don't know. If you're confused about the whole fucking process, you can always email me and I can send you an invoice, but honestly, if you're emailing me, you can just send me the money that way as well too. And it is USD, okay? All right, so I'll see you guys in this extended. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Love you, bye.